What is going on, Diablo 2 fans? Dobrunsky here, and today I'm going to be showcasing some Project Diablo 2 Season 2 Sorceress builds. So I just want to kind of go through some fully synergized, roughly level 20 skill point builds for Cold, Lightning, and Fire, and then do some level 40 builds, just to give you guys an idea of what you can expect if you want to build a Sorceress specifically for early farming and late game farming for Season 2. Again, all of these synergies and stuff, it's all tentative patch notes. It could potentially change. But hopefully the purpose of this video is to just give you guys a better idea what Sorceress build you guys want to play on Season 2 of Project Diablo 2. Quick reminder for those that don't know, I've been streaming a lot of this beta testing on Twitch. I do stream there twice a week. So if you guys want to hang out during some of the live testing or discussion or some of the progression of Season 2 of Project Diablo 2, you can always hit me up with a follow. Link is of course in the description below. Any follows would be very much appreciated. But guys, hope you enjoy this video. Let's jump in. So the first build that I just want to demonstrate is a level 24 synergized Ice Barrage build. So a few changes, it's a little bit more damage, and the Ice Barrage is the actually shotgun, so it's a pretty effective build. Again, level 24 is pretty easy to reach in my opinion. So this is 754 to 874 damage. 5 Ice Lances. That shotgun will do a quick little clear of the Stony Tomb. So this is like your good early on level 85 area to farm. And again, just not really having any issues. This is a new introduced level 85 area. Level 24, not really a problem. Really good single target damage, probably not the best for AoE. It's still pretty effective and cool build nonetheless. So I'm just going to quickly clear up the rest of the Stony Tomb. This guy is always cold immune, so he'll pose a bit of a problem. Whatever, just have to skip him. Or if you have a decent hard-hitting mercenary, you can take him out. So basically, summing up, absolutely viable build for clearing any early on location like Ancient Tunnels, Stony Tomb, Mausoleum, etc. Level 24 is very easy to hit, and the damage, it scales really well in my opinion. Now I want to demonstrate Ice Barrage, but with a level 39 skill, so you can see that the damage is upped quite a bit. We're 2,162 to 2,404 damage, again with 5 lances at shotgun. So I'm going to do a portion, or small portion of a tier 1 map. This is a rare map. You can see the mods here. 120% density. There's no cold absorb or anything like that, so just give you a decent idea of what a sort of endgame Ice Barrage Sorceress build is going to perform like. So it doesn't have... It's really good single target damage. Maybe lacks a little bit in terms of AoE for some of these tier maps. But there's absolutely no issue in terms of like damage output. Actually forgot to equip one little second here. I forgot to put on Infinity, because Infinity is a good idea for late game damage output. So again, really good clear speed, maybe lacking a little bit in terms of AoE. Stupid cold immune guy. So yeah, I'd say it's very situational. Really good, strong damage. That's about as much as I'm going to clear. It's not going to run a whole map. But yeah, that's a good idea of endgame tier content with level 39 fully synergized Ice Barrage Sorceress. So the next build that I want to showcase is a level 24 fully synergized Frozen Orb, again in the Stony Tomb for a similar comparison to Ice Barrage, and then we'll go with the level 39 fully synergized and do a tier 1 map. But one big change that was made to Frozen Orb in Season 2 is there's now 0 cooldown. There was a half-second cooldown in Season 1. I believe it was a 2-second cooldown in LOD, but now you can literally spam it like you used to be able to in Classic. So it's very cool. Now, does it pan out to be super effective for damage? It feels like to me in Stony Tombs, weaker than Ice Barrage. Now, that's only with a level 24 fully synergized. I do think once you get up to level 39, it performs a little bit better in the tier maps with the higher monster density than Ice Barrage, but I still don't think Frozen Orb is that improved or worse or nerfed than Season 1. It feels very similar, and I should mention this is the 117 FCR breakpoint, so can't really go any higher for casting animations, but I mean, you could technically 194, but it's not really going to be that much of an improvement. Yeah, Frozen Orb, in my opinion, it just seems, at least for being level 24, for farming the Stony Tomb, similar comparison, definitely feels a little worse, in my humble opinion. Now I'm doing a similar test with a level 39 fully synergized Frozen Orb. Now I think it's an improvement over Ice Barrage just because of the monster density and having more AoE, specifically for maps. So it's kind of interesting that at a lower level, I feel like Ice Barrage is a little bit better, but with the higher level and higher monster density, Frozen Orb seems to be the ticket in tier 1 maps. I'm just going to clear some of this map just to show you guys. So this is the same Infinity Mercenary, level 39, fully synergized. And it feels like to me that it just gets the nod a little bit, simply because of the extra AoE. It's not by any means like way faster, but I'm chewing through bots like crazy. I just think the ability to spam it is very mana intensive though, but the ability to just spam this repetitively over and over again with the higher monster density, I feel like it's a little bit better versus farming regular vanilla LOD content or maybe single target boss farming. You might want to give the nod to Ice Barrage. But yeah, that's all I'm going to clear just for example purposes, this portion of a map with Frozen Orb. So the next build that I want to showcase is a level 24 fully synergized Meteor Sorceress build. This is definitely a big buff from Season 1. Now, I'm not going to cover Combustion or Hydra in this video because I have made previous build examples of those videos and they're not changed too much in Season 2, so I'm just going to focus on Meteor entirely. But at level 24 fully synergized, it's 6,692 to 8,244 fire damage, and then we have basically 5,000 fire damage per second and 2,000 physical damage per meteor hit. So that's really good for dealing with fire immunities. And they also removed the cooldown. Or sorry, the casting animation delay, not really the cooldown. Like that timing waiting for the meteor, that's gone. This build is probably going to be, if I go Sorceress, it's going to be the build that I'm going to play. So this is again level 24. Very easy to get that level with some early gear. Moving on to the ladder. It's really like, I think I would say faster clear speed than Frozen Orb, and it's cool that it's fire. No casting animation delay. I mean, everybody pretty much ran Combustion exclusively in Season 1. I think you're going to see a lot more Meteor Sorceresses in Season 2. We'll just quickly finish up. So this guy that's always fire immune, you can deal with him. And so you can just imagine how much the damage is going to scale. Like, you don't need infinity because you have physical damage. You could rock a different mercenary. You could go hard hitting Act 5 merc. You could run a vigor merc or meditation with a harmony bow for faster run walk or something like that. There's a lot of different combinations that will work pretty effectively with Meteor, I think. And yeah, it's super solid build for level 24, clearing the Stony Tomb. So now I'm going to demonstrate again a level 39 fully synergized Meteor build. The damage is upped quite a bit. I mean, we're at like 4,000 physical damage, 20,000 fire damage, and 10,000 fire damage per second. And again, this is kind of a quick, on-the-fly, scuffed fire build. Like, I'm using Nightwings. It's 2+ skills, but obviously like Shaco, Fire Facets, Shoot His Temper will be better than Death's Fathom. Again, I just wanted to kind of throw this video together because it's still level 39 with an Infinity Mercenary, just to give you an idea of the damage output. And for comparison purposes between Ice Barrage and Frozen Orb for clearing some of these tier maps. So this is, again, tier 1 with Meteor. So, I mean, a few Fire Facets, a Shoot His Temper could be an even bigger damage output. Hey, Sacred Armor. But yeah, I think Fire Sorceress is going to be back in a big way, other than Combustion. There's a Fire Immune Fetish. Can't break them, but we still have 5k physical damage per Meteor coming down on them. So yeah, this is going to be a very, very effective build. I mean, I could probably run this tier map with level 24 synergized Meteor. It's obviously going to be quite a bit slower. I mean, even a few Fire Facets and like a Shaco, Fire Facets, and a decent roll to Shoot His Temper is going to be another big, massive damage upgrade from what you see here. So probably into like the 25k fire damage range. So it's really exciting time for Meteor Fire Sorceress in Season 2. So the next build that I want to showcase is a Chain Lightning Sorceress build. Now I want to kind of talk about a few things specifically. Obviously I'm farming the pits here. This isn't a direct comparison like the Fire and Cold in the Stony Tombs, but it's the best that I can do. Chain Lightning is also the same damage as Lightning fully synergized. That was kind of interesting. So 9 hits, arcing between 4,000 and 5,000 damage per hit. I think it makes sense to use Chain Lightning now instead of Lightning, compared to LED, where LED was more lightning damage, like single target lightning damage. And you also have Static Field, which level 20 is minus 20 enemy lightning res. I don't really like the gameplay. It's kind of like Telestomp, static, and then Chain Lightning around, so I do use it occasionally. I just would rather kind of point and shoot. I just don't like that static first and then Chain Lightning. That's just me, but it's there to use. Just not going to use it very often because I don't like the gameplay. Just want to be kind of a... Like if it's a big pack, I might use it. Yeah, I just don't really... I'd rather just point and shoot. Maybe for a Lightning Enchanted. Okay, we'll skip that. So yeah, Lightning is... We'll skip Archers because they're Lightning immune. I mean, it's... decent clear speed. Again, personally, I'm not really a big fan of that static back and forth. Just gonna skip Lightning Archers. But I have honestly never been the... I haven't extensively tested Lightning, but I've never been a massive fan of it in PD2. Just my opinion. So I just don't like that. The radius of static is only 8 yards. So I just don't like that gameplay of the static and Chain Lightning personally. But I mean, I'm getting through here okay in the pits. I mean, you gotta watch Archers. Sure, a nasty combination of Might or Fanaticism or whatever. Gonna screw you up. Again, just that back and forth between static and chain lightning. Not a big fan of, but that's a decent pit run. I think a little bit slower. I mean, probably I wouldn't suggest running a budget lightning sorceress. The situation does improve a little bit with obviously more skillers, griffins, that kind of thing, which I will demonstrate that in a tier map. But for your sort of early on level 20 plus synergized skills, I really wouldn't recommend lightning in PD2 in my personal opinion. The very last test that I want to showcase is a level 37 fully synergized chain lightning build. Now I'm going to run this in a tier 1 map. Let's try and kill stuff. So I have griffins, Infinity Mercenary, just to try and demonstrate the difference. Now there's a lot of lightning immunities, which are going to cause issues. So I can do some statics and stuff, but I think you can tell right off the bat, it's not as good as Meteor for sure. It doesn't quite have the output of Frozen Orb. Should probably try and stick back a little bit, but a little bit more safe. Try and throw some statics in there. Yeah, just definitely slower. I think definitely you could tell it's slower clear speed than Meteor. Again, my gear is like a little scuffed using a Fathom, not a Faceted Ashudas, just for quick testing purposes. But, I mean, I still have an Infinity Mercenary, Griffins, full skillers, Torch and Annie. See if we can break. So we can break their immunity with static. Lightning's okay, just it would not be my first choice. Because this is, again, not perfect gear. It's still pretty good gear, full skill inventory, Infinity Mercenary, and yeah, I mean, we didn't really make too much headway with the Mercenary, kind of. Probably not the best display of like alternating back and forth between static and whatnot, but I do think that there's a stark difference in my opinion between running like a cold build like Frozen Orb with the AoE or Ice Barrage or Meteor Fire or even Combustion from Season 1 compared to Lightning. It would be, in my opinion, a build to stay away from unless it's maybe re-synergized or reworked a tad to add a little bit more damage. Well guys, there you have it. That wraps up today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know I didn't test every single possible build and gear combination, but I didn't want to make a 3-hour long video. But I think that this video does do a pretty good job of demonstrating budget and sort of godly gear setups for fire, cold, and lightning builds. Clearly there is more build possibilities, but I hope it gives you an idea of what sorcerers to play during the latter of Season 2 in Project Diablo 2. But as always, let me know in the comment section below if you guys enjoyed the comparison, didn't like it at all, thought it was scuffed, should have put more time into it. I always like reading your guys' feedback, and as always, if you guys could throw a like on this video, share it, and even consider subscribing if you're new to my channel. I post new weekly content on YouTube. I stream twice a week on Twitch, so any follows on Twitch or subs on YouTube would be amazing. Other than that, guys, hope you have a fan-frickin-tastic day, and I'll catch you on my next video or live stream. Peace out.